In the 1990s, John Brewer criticized neuroeducation, saying that the current knowledge about the subject cannot provide much guidance for educational policy, classroom practice, or early childhood education, and that our understanding of the brain is incomplete, and thus transferring low-quality science and misinformation in this area to educators. Brewer called these incorrect beliefs about the brain neuromyths. What is a neuromyth? A neuromyth is a misconception generated by a misunderstanding, a misreading, or misquoting of facts scientifically established to make a case for the use of brain research in education and other contexts. Not all scientists are teachers, and not all teachers are scientists, except for me, but I'm definitely not a neuroscientist. Understanding the structure of the brain and basic functional regions does not provide any information on the application of neuroscience into the classroom. Currently, brain science is not the driving force behind improving education practice, but as new credible neuroscience research becomes available, the information needs to be translated for educational application. But how do educators sift through the scientific trash that is being published every year? Neuromyths are being generated for profit gains only, and yet with no real research to back up results, marketing tactics create a false sense of security. Programs such as Brain Gym are based on mostly pseudoscience. No credible scientific research supports the 26 movements to improve brain function. Experimentation on cognitive brain training to investigate the increase in intelligence has also been an interest in education. I think that the problem in any type of experimentation is to decrease the variables within the experiment. According to a 2015 cognitive training experiment, two groups of participants were recruited, one with suggestive advertisements stating that participation would increase intelligence, and the other group were approached with no prior expectations about the outcome. The experiment concluded that the placebo effects were seen in cognitive training from the group who thought they would see an increase in intelligence. This shows that the data can be skewed based upon experimental setup. So what does this mean? The combination of interest and lack of expertise leaves educators susceptible to unrealistic promises about the potential of neuroscience to help with the practical problems of teaching. So, educators need to be aware that in the field of science, there are areas of simply bad research with unreliable data. Once the neuromyths are detected, educators can take advantage of the current credible research available. Currently, neuroeducation is slowly and accurately making its way into the classroom. Collaboration is necessary between neuroscientists and educators to truly understand the current research available. As educators, we focus on varied learning strategies to increase the brain development of our students. And what better way than to learn more about brain-based learning principles, but to combine this information for a multidisciplinary approach to teaching. Teachers must be educated to know the difference between credible research by neuroscientists and junk science in order to create a comprehensive blend between current cognitive learning strategies and neuroscience advances. According to Carey, cognitive science research has provided strategies to increase student academic success through diversification, in which teachers change environmental cues, study intervals, self-examinations, and pretesting strategies. Why should educators have to choose between cognitive and neuroscience? They should complement each other. Throughout the school day, children are exposed to a variety of situations that affect the brain: stress, exercise, and social conditions. These are all brain-based issues that affect cognition, attention, classroom discipline, attendance, and memory. But in order to truly believe that brain-based issues influence our students on a daily basis, we must turn to the neuroscientists for reliable data. So here it is. From neuroscientists Gerd Kemperman and Fred Gage, new neurons such as mirror neurons within the brain are now highly correlated with memory, mood, and learning. They are regulated by behavior and are enhanced with exercise, good nutrition, and a decrease in stress. Gene expression has been a popular topic of interest. Neuroscientists Bruce Lipton and Ernest Rossi have been looking at how genes respond to environmental cues and how this could relate to differentiated environmental cues within the classroom. Besides the national epidemic of obesity and the lack of adolescent exercise, scientists are also looking into the effects of nutrition on cognition, memory, attention, and stress in students. Actually, exercise is shown to increase brain mass, resulting in a change in mood and better cognition. I might be going for a walk after this presentation. And finally, according to neuroscientists Michael Merzenich and Paula Talal, the brain has neuroplasticity, allowing educators to take advantage of the fact that the brain can slightly rewire itself by reinforcing the arts, reading, and technical skill building strategies. Studies confirm the success of software programs that use the rules of the brain's plasticity to retrain the visual and auditory systems to improve attention, hearing, and reading. Current software such as Fast Forward and Let's Face It are both ways that brain-based science techniques can transfer to the classroom. Carrie also discussed perceptual learning techniques such as the perceptual learning module that could also increase the ability to speed up acquisition of specific skills. In my opinion, the key to student success is to integrate both cognitive and credible neuroscience research into the classroom through a multidisciplinary approach.